Hello, we're going to start by reviewing graphing. So graphing, we need to review each of our symbols. So to begin, we have less than. When I'm graphing a less than, it's an open circle headed left. If we have a less than or equal to, it looks like that. And the only difference is when it's equal to, it's more ink. So we close the circle and head to the left. A cool trick is as long as the arrows are, as long as the X's are on the left, the arrows will tell you the direction it goes. So you can just imagine putting a line right through there. Greater than. The open circle headed to the right, and then greater than or equal to. It's going to be a closed circle. Again, equal to, more ink, fill in the circle. If we have an or symbol, so we just did the union and intersection. If we have an or symbol, it graphs out. If we have an and symbol, it graphs in and connects. So this usually graphs something like this, or it's graphing out, like oars in a boat. This should be two separate chunks, this or that. So we're going to do two things for each of these. We're going to graph them. So graph them and then write the answers in interval notation. So remember, just a refresher, interval notation. If it was a less than, we use parentheses. If it was a less than or equal to, we use brackets. When it goes forever, we use infinity. We never touch infinity. So infinity always gets a parenthesis. So I like to look at the picture and then I like to do the interval notation. If we're graphing these, x is less than or equal to 3. The only number you have to put on your number line is the 3. Closed circle, headed to the left. So where is this graph beginning? Where does this graph end? So it's going forever to the left. So that's going to be negative infinity. It ends at 3. Is 3 included or not included? It's included. It has a closed circle, so it gets a bracket. So here's an instance of or. This time we have two numbers in our number line. We have a -4 and we have a 1. X is greater than 1, open circle, headed to the right. X is less than -4, open circle, headed to the left. Because they're not connected, we have to do two separate interval notations. One for the left, one for the right, and we'll keep the or symbol in the middle. So we go from negative infinity to -4 with a parenthesis, or we go from 1 to infinity. So that's what that interval notation would look like. And then lastly, we are doing x is greater than -2 and x is less than 5. So -2, 5, greater than -2 is heading this way, less than 5, they're going to hit each other, connect. Remember, and is only what they have in common, so it's just a set between them. And then and is really nice for interval notation. We begin at -2, we end at 5, parenthesis for each. So just graph 7 and 8. So let's see how you did. X is less than 0, open circle, headed left. Good. X is less than -2, or x is greater than -1. And we're going to put these together below. So if I give it to you in set builder notation, you're going to change it to interval. And then if I give it to you in interval notation, you need to change it to set builder. So one piece of advice is to use the others to help you. So when you're looking at 10, you can use 11 because this looks like a quiz you're going to be taking. When you're doing 11, you're going to have to use number 10 to help you. So if we're looking at the set for x, x is less than -1. If you're visual like I am, it helps to make a picture. So -1 less than, open circle, heading left. So then I say, where does it begin? Where does it end? So it begins at -infinity. It heads to -1. For b, again, I like to make the picture. You don't have to do this, but to me it helps. Closed circle at -2, open at 4. They connect. So -2 is a bracket because it's included. And then to 4 with a parenthesis. Then we're going to go the other way. So this is saying for A, again, I like to look at the picture. It's starting at 3, headed to infinity. So open circle, going to infinity. That means that x is greater than 3. And if you don't need the picture, you don't have to do it. For B, I like to look above at the B above. So I'm at -4 to 1, closed circle, open, connected. So when I start these, remember we always use a less than. -4 is less than x, which is less than or equal to 1. Awesome, good job. So now you're refreshed graphing them and how to write the notations again. So then there'll be some exercises for you to try. Thank you.